Stretches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Heroes. You can feel it in your soul, the win the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing, like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah. Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd. And today the Miami Heat played what was essentially a rematch from Friday's matchup against the Indiana Pacers. This time to a completely different tune. They lost 119-110, now dropping them to 5-7 on the season. And the game was just somebody in the comments said the game felt strange. And I kind of want to explore what you mean by that. Because this game didn't felt strange to me. I think last game felt more strange in the sense where like Miami had all these players clicking. Today felt more like the norm. Or in terms of like process, it felt like Miami did a lot of the things structurally that you want to do. So Bam and Tyler each at 18 shot attempts. Tyler to a much lesser degree of success than Bam. But like they had not much lesser. I ain't gonna put it like that. Like Bam made 9 shots, Tyler made 8. But like it felt like Tyler was having a worse game than Bam at that moment. Like, or that's what I'll say. But like, I don't know. Like Terry Rozier, 12 shots. He was ass again. By the way, like that's a problem. But yeah, I felt like in terms of like shot distribution, Miami did a good job of getting shots amongst different people. It was just ass. You feel me? Like that's just kind of what the product is. Oh, hello, Bubba.
How are we doing?
I'm doing well. You are sick. I'm sorry to hear that. But other
Sick
than
of this
that,
shit.
Bubba, just give me your thoughts on the game real quick, bro.
Bro, how many of these games can we drop? Like, the defense is gone. Spo's lost his touch. Rotations are shit. I mean, Herro tried to save it at the end, I guess, but man, this season is so unenjoyable. Like, football's on. I was watching football too. Like, the Dolphins won. Kansas City went down. Packers-Bears was a great game. This was not a good game. This was not a great game by any stretch of the imagination. Duncan did decent. Jaime got hurt. Where the fuck is Jimmy again? Like, this is just – this season's so bad.
So that's an interesting concept in terms of, like, Jimmy. So we saw, like, reports earlier saying that Jimmy was listed as questionable, which in all likelihood means that he's probably going to play. And then they were just like – most of the reporters were just like, in a surprise turn of events, Jimmy didn't play. Like, what? Like, I didn't understand what was going on there. But they've been rocking with this same lineup, and usually they've done – oh, I ain't going to do it yet.
Doesn't this whole team feel like a surprise turn of events?
No, surprise is not the word that I would use.
Experience a surprise turn of events?
So, okay, maybe the Jimmy Butler experience, but, like, I wouldn't call this season a surprise by any stretch of the imagination. Like, did you not expect this?
No, I did expect this. It's just, and it's almost like a similar to the Dolphins. It's you expect the loss. It's not that they lose. It's how they lose. It's getting more frustrating to watch and read about and see people's reaction on the timeline. People are frustrated. Yeah, the roster is not what anyone wants it to be on this. Like, no one wants this roster. Heat fans that used to want this roster now don't want this roster. current Heat fans like you and me and other people on this network who haven't wanted this roster for a while don't want this roster. Yet, in these games that they can still find a way to win, to at least say, hey, all these fans that are talking all this shit, we're winning these close games, we're finding a way, we're staying afloat. They're just getting worse and worse below 500. And when the one bright spot is the dude that everyone was just constantly crapping on, is kind of trying to keep your season afloat and keep it going, you can't even respond for him. It's getting ugly. It's getting bad.
So that's kind of where I've led it. Where it's like it's not so much just that the roster is bad. Like, yes, the roster is bad. That's a problem that we've kind of spoke about ad nauseum. The problem is that, like, with a bad roster, for Miami Heat fans, we're accustomed to like less talented rosters at least providing maximum effort. Like, this team doesn't feel like it's trying all the time. Like, they don't feel like they play like they don't know they sorry. They feel like they play with like this air of arrogance that they shouldn't have. And somebody made a good point about the end of the game, like where Indiana was just out there launching threes. We had 4 shooters on the floor and like nobody who could play defense.
Nothing.
That is what I'm talking. Like, even Spo, it is bled over into Spo's coaching, where it's like there's like this arrogance that I can do anything.
Yep.
And somehow it'll work.
I think Spo and Bam can, like, Bam had a good game tonight. I'm not crapping on Bam, but in my opinion, this whole season has not been Bam's best start. So I think a lot of people, if not everyone, can agree on that. Again, that plus the Spo meat riding that was happening during the Olympics too. Like, I think everyone's kind of just like, these guys are great. We know that they're so good. We know Jimmy Butler's so good. So then what the fuck's going on? Why aren't we winning basketball games against shitty teams? And it just continues to get worse. And I don't understand where's the line for this organization. When is it going to be enough? Because they continue to make bad decisions. Again, can we officially just say it? Like, Terry Rozier's awful and that move was awful, and it's borderline irredeemable at this point. What does he do? What does he do?
Irredeemable is it almost sounds appropriate. Hey, Zaffy Blue, y'all don't do this, bro. You know y'all can get me on track by coming here telling me shit like, remember that name. Hey, bro, don't do this, bro. Y'all know me. Just be cool. But so to call that trade irredeemable, like, I think at first I was like, maybe not irredeemable. I just thought it was a bad trade. Like, I didn't want the trade to go down, primarily because we were giving up an expiring in the first for a player who didn't really move the needle. But it's starting to feel like he moves the needle in the wrong goddamn direction.
Seriously. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm like, we gave up a first for this guy? Like, we should have gotten he's the type of player you get a first to take on the contract. Like, that's how he's playing. And to go from, fucking Kyle Lowry to Terry Rozier is one of the worst handoffs. Like, just from dog shit to scary dog shit. Like, it's almost like Kyle Lowry lost the weight and put on a scary mask and went out there and just started fucking around. That's what Terry Rozier plays like. And I can't believe he's this bad. And last year he got the excuse because there was the injury, and then it was kind of like, well, you got to see how he comes in next year. Okay, then there was the tough start. Let's see how they blend. Give me one good game, Terry. At this point, like, it's getting to like every week. It's horrible efficiency, horrible shooting, and you're just fucking trash.
So I think that's kind of so Connor said dog shit to cat shit. Really? But I think that's kind of where everybody is, where it's like, yeah, okay, Bam wasn't playing as well these past 2 games, or you saw a flash in that Mexico game, and then these past 2 games, he's kind of gotten back on track a little bit in terms of his scoring and output and impact. Tyler Herro's been good the entire season. Jimmy got injured, so we haven't got an opportunity, to see him. But Terry Rozier has consistently been bad from game 1 to game right fucking now. Like, he hasn't had a single redeemable game. Or, like, I'm struggling to find, like, a redeemable Terry Rozier moment. And I don't want to turn this exclusively into a Terry Rozier bashing thing, but it will turn into that very quickly if he don't find a way to start contributing. Because I think that's the difference.
He's a vet.
That's the difference. That's the difference between them being, like, mid dog shit and extreme dog shit.
Yeah. Like, that's the difference between them being maybe a game or two above 500 and not, what are they now, 2 or 3 below? Like,
5 and 7.
The whole East is like half the East except for what? The first 2, maybe 3 teams are below 500. The Heat had an opportunity here to be like, listen, guys, we're third in the East because our guys know each other. We're playing hard. We're playing defense, and we got good players. And we're third in the East just because everyone else is shit. But now you're worse than a lot of these teams. You're in the shittier part of the shit. Like this, again, it's going backwards. Like the Heat had every reason to somehow be third or fourth, and people would be hyping them up, and maybe we over here would be rolling our eyes like it's fake. It's not that good. They can't even get there. We can't even get to the trickery anymore. We're not treating. We're not tricking. We're not doing shit. We're just out. I'm sorry. We're just shitting. That's it. And again,
I ain't gonna lie. Jared McCain hooping that. Jared McCain hooping. Don't
exactly. We got rookies out here hooping, and it's getting embarrassing, man. Like it's. Again, we can keep talking about what we should do with Jimmy. Like, Jovic is young. He's going to give you a great moment. He's going to give you an ass moment. Yeah, he's not good at defense. I'm not sure why he's out there in the end. I'm really not sure.
So, I mean, part of the reason is that Jovic has been more productive and better since they've moved him to the bench. Like, I think that's been an improvement. So, like, if I'm a shit on Spo for what he's done mainly, then I'm going to give him his credit where it's due. Like, he moved Jovic out of that starting lineup onto the bench, and he's been good, like off the bench. I'm interested to see whether or not he keeps that shit up when Jimmy comes back. Because right now you have Kevin Love and you got Haywood Highsmith starting for when Jimmy's out. When Jimmy comes back, are you starting Jimmy and Kevin Love? Or are you starting Haywood at the 4?
They'll probably go Love, but I mean Haywood tonight especially. I mean, we talk about Haywood enough. I mean, you talk about shameless. I mean, tonight's been Did he hit a shot?
No.
Yeah. So like I remember counting 4 misses myself, and I was like, dude, stop shooting.
6.
Yeah, 6. He shot 2 more after that. I mean, like. In a game, again, what do dudes like? Pele Larson couldn't get no run tonight. Like, we couldn't just fuck around and try it. Spo. Again, Khalil Wells. We just can't fuck around and try it. Like,
it's like if you're playing him because they're playing Haywood Highsmith as like a wing. So like,
yeah,
that's what you get. Pele Larson makes sense. Alec Burks, like those guys. Let them go in there and see if they can hit a shot. But the problem wasn't like really making shots. Like they couldn't stop.
Tonight was all defense, which is why I kind of wanted to see maybe more wear and go big. But I know they were just chucking up threes, and they couldn't stop that for anything tonight.
So here's an interesting thing. Here's an interesting thing. Oh, somebody said fakest field goal percentage to the realest field goal. Haywood Highsmith in a nutshell. Yeah. What's going on? Oh, the boy Ludamar that popped in. What's going on? Shout out to Ludamar. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his YouTube page or his podcast or whatever. I don't know what it is, but. That's as much as a shout out as you're going to get tonight. But speaking of, real quick before I break, but speaking of Khalil Ware, I find it interesting that you move. So I've heard the argument that a lot of people made that like the way to maximize Nikola Jovic is to give him opportunities with the ball in his hand, let him play a little bit more point guard. Well, what's happening is they've moved him to the bench, and now he's playing backup fucking center. And he's producing more than he has the entire time he's been a pro. Hold on. Melvin, it's your birthday today? Happy birthday, Gabe! Shout out to you. Shout out to your family. More life. Continue to do whatever you do. I don't know who you are personally, to be honest with you. I've never actually seen you comment in here. But it's your birthday. We're going to acknowledge it. I got Spo Addy. You want to see something real quick? Hey, listen, let me tell you something. The Haitians are already on the way, brother. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Speaking of shit that you shouldn't worry about, we bringing Ed Donato on the stage. Ed, how you doing today?
You don't really give a shit, right?
I do not.
Not today.
No, not no day. But want to hear your thoughts on the game. Kind of, not me per se, but I know some people here actually like to listen to you talk, so we'll let you do that.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I know he just X'd out, but I'm sure me and Maserati are feeling real good today. Jason Sanders got exactly 0 playing time today. Always feel good about that. Same for Jake Bailey. His ass was on the bench 24% for 24 hours today, right? He didn't get into the game at all. So I'm feeling real good about that. And as far as the Heat game today, I threw a little bit of bread on the Pacers. So I'm feeling good in that regard as well.
Yeah, I like your name, Anthony DiNardo.
Oh, yeah. You gonna make me address
Yes,
that?
please. We were all here.
Uh,
It was just the two of us last time. I feel like it's appropriate that it's just the two of us now. Please talk about shameless fucking hospital.
So last game, I kind of hopped into this post game, beating my chest. I was all happy, had the name feeling shameless. Mr. Perfect, I was calling him. He was 6 of 6 from the field last game, and today, let me pull up this box score real quick.
Don't worry about it. I got it off of memory. 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from the 3-point line, 0 for 0 from the free throw line, 4 total rebounds, 1 assist, 0 points, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, -9 in the box score. I don't know if that's bar for bar, but you know what I'm saying?
You know what I call that? I call that Mr. 50% from the field.
Shut the fuck up.
Last game.
I wish it was somebody else on the panel so that I could kick you off. But like right now, it's just me and you. Right now. Oh, hold on, wait. Zaffy Blue, you said you Haitian? I don't want no smoke, bit dog. I don't fuck with y'all Haitian YNs, bro. I can't fuck with y'all. Y'all different out here. We don't. You got it. You got it, brother. You got it. But yeah, he was terrible. Like, I don't know. Like, I thought so. I was talking a little bit with Maserati about this, about how the reason people have been kind of like so hard. I'm trying to find a way to say this that won't get me like written up to the principal's office. But people have been disparaging Terry Rozier's name for quite some time. And I said part of the reason is because, like with the other guys, even though Bam started the season terribly, he's shown you signs of life. Like he's given us back-to-back games in which he's played well, and then he gave us the one game in Mexico. Tyler Herro's played well all season long. The reason people are so mad at Terry Rozier is because he hasn't given us a game yet. Where are you with the Terry Rozier thing? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, I just got done talking about this a lot too. I can literally name seriously 3 or 4 players I'd rather see at the end of the game over him that wasn't there. I'd rather see Haywood Highsmith. I'd rather see Pella Larson. Even on a day like today, I'd rather see Josh Richardson, who had 5 points, but he hit a couple of shots.
I'm waiting for white flammers and YNs. I can't fuck with them, bro. They different. But Josh Richardson, the one of them YNs in the comment section, you got it, man. I don't want no smoke. I don't want to see what that switch do. Go ahead.
No, but he's finally like, I felt like today he was a little bit of the defensive pest that they were hoping he could be, like he was 8 years ago.
Josh Richardson?
Yeah, I felt like he was. I'm comparing him to what I'm seeing on the defensive end, comparing him to Terry Rozier. Like, I feel like he's able to, because the zone with Josh Richardson was nice. It really was. I was impressed with.
Was it? No, it's not. They still would get like wide open shots. I just think Terry Rozier is just so bad.
Well, that's where I'm going with this. Is he's so bad? I'd rather have Josh Richardson in there. I didn't want this to turn into me pumping up Josh Richardson, but I felt like he provided a little something, which is a hell of a lot more than what Terry Rozier's been doing. He's never been a great defender in his career, but when he's now not giving you anything offensively, he's a liability. He is a negative out there every single game. I can't keep doing this with these at least late minute or closing minutes. I can't keep doing it.
What's the solution though? Like, you can't bench him.
No, just don't close games. Like, if your 2 guards are Duncan and Tyler, that's it. And put whoever else you want out there with Bam.
I mean, but like he has to play. Like he's Spo's already cutting his minutes. He played less minutes than Duncan tonight. Like he only got 23 yesterday, got 27 minutes today. Like Spo is cutting his minutes, but he has to play.
I just don't want him to close. That's the only thing I'm saying. I do not want him to close. That's it.
Brother, no. Like Drew Smith not the S. Why? He's not the solution, brother.
Royal, I hate to say it, but defensively in the last 2 minutes of the game, I'd rather have Drew Smith too. And I feel disgusting saying it.
But it's not. But like, it's not just about defensively. Like people are going to expose them offensively. They're going to leave him open. There's going to be no way for us to score. I want to thank Ray Blunt for the 199. Don't know. He said, I agree with Ant on the Josh take for the day. I don't care who you agree with, Ray Blunt. Thank you for your money, but both of y'all wrong. Appreciate it. Drew at least hit. I don't know if y'all can hear my son in the background, but he's one of them YNs that I was talking about. Ant is right. And I agree with Ant on this one. This must be a sign from God to end this stream because football about to come on in a little bit, and we need to be watching that anyway. But I guess I don't care if y'all agree with Ed. I don't. Like that's part of the reason why he's here, to offer a perspective other than my own. But yeah, I don't agree. Jaime Jaquez got hurt today. That was unfortunate. Did not enjoy watching that. He was bad before he got hurt anyway. He was terrible. But he got hurt. That's not good. Like it's injuries piling up already early on in the season. What are your thoughts on kind of like the Jaime thing? How do Miami navigate these waters without him? I guess they're getting Jimmy back, but like, how do they navigate kind of what's going on without Jaime?
Well, the two most frustrating things about that injury is, one, it was T.J. McConnell who injured him. T.J. McConnell, obviously for his whole career, has been a Heat killer. And today specifically, once the Heat finally tied the game up, he's the guy that got the offensive rebound that gave it to Tyrese for 3. Then he assisted Tyrese on the next 3. Then he assisted Miles Turner on his big 3. Then he got right to the rim, walked in for a layup. Then he was torching Duncan Robinson on the middies. And on top of all of that, he took out Jaime Jaquez Jr. for who knows how long at this point. So that's the first frustrating thing. Jaime pulled up basically for a normal mid-range shot, landed normally, but he was backpedaling to try to get back on defense and stepped on T.J. McConnell's foot, and it looked like a nasty one.
Yeah, that ankle was bent to hell.
Yeah. But the second frustrating thing is the constant, continuous carousel of injuries that we've seen for 3 years now, in which they cannot have one game fully healthy. They can't get one because you're going to get Jimmy Butler back tomorrow, and now you're going to miss Jaime Jaquez for who knows how long. So that's the most frustrating part too.
So, like, yeah, I know he's missing, but, like, just being perfectly all the way for real, like, y'all can call me asshole. I don't really give a shit. How many wasn't providing us shit this year? No way. Like, up until now, like, I mean, he had him one good game, and it wasn't even the Mexico game. You feel me? Like, I think Jaime's had, like, one game, but, like, for the most part, he's been invisible this year, too. So, like, what does this loss – what does losing Jaime do? It gives us an opportunity to play more Haywood Highsmith. When Jimmy comes back, like, Haywood Highsmith's going to play more. They're going to they're going to have to play Burks, right? Like, I feel like Burks or Pella, like, I don't know how to say that man's name either, but they're going to have to play one of those two in order just to kind of, like, spread out some of those minutes, right?
Yeah, well, I understand what you're saying. Jaime Jaquez hasn't taken that big year 2 jump that we were all hoping to see. He hasn't really had these games that have stood out at you. But I think now that he's gone, you're going to realize how much he was actually providing, because this bench is trash, and he's one of the only capable scorers off this bench. So I think
1 for 6 tonight.
No, yeah, but I'm talking as far as, is he a skilled scorer? Yeah, he's a guy that has skills to score the basketball.
But like, I'm just saying, like, that hasn't been shown this year.
But I think you're going to see how much worse the bench unit looks without him, because if they're having trouble scoring now,
he was out with the bubble guts already this season.
Yeah, and they were terrible.
They were terrible with him. Like, he's not doing nothing.
But you have a bench unit that I guess Alec Burks, they might try to supplement him to get some guy with an offensive pun.
He didn't play. So interesting. He didn't play tonight. Thomas Bryant hasn't played. Khalil Ware didn't play. Drew Smith didn't play. Pele Larson didn't play. All those DNP coaches' decisions, not injury related. Still holding out for the hope for the Jaime 6 Man of the Year league. Cooked. Jimmy back or Jim VP? It's 2024. I'm not holding my breath. That Jimmy is a difference maker. Even Jimmy now is a difference maker for this team. Like, I ain't saying like elevating them beyond kind of like to like playoff contender where other people have it, but no, like they're a competent regular season team with Jimmy Butler on this roster. Competent, good, two different things. Don't mean they're good, but competent. And at least people have to worry about Jimmy Butler being out there. My only thing is that like this whole team, like this is the season from hell. And we got to be ready for that. Like we got to be prepared. I'm not going to waste too much people's time because I'm really more interested in football. So I'm going to watch football. right? And we already watched this game on Friday in reverse. All right, like, so we don't have to relitigate this game again. So if you're disappointed,
Herro wasn't getting you excited though in that fourth quarter.
No,
you ain't think he's about to lead the comeback.
No, because I saw what he was doing in that first half. I knew, like, bro, listen, bro, too little, too late type shit. Like,
he hit that first one to cut it to like 11. I was laying down. I'm not gonna lie. I sat up after that first one.
I'm gonna tell you,
here we go.
Like he do that little fake last run stat pad shit. Like he do that shit. But like I'm gonna tell you when they had me. They had me for a little while. Was it Duncan who hit a 3 and tied the game? It was like 87.
Duncan hit the tough left side, like left
side corner. Side. Yeah, left. Yeah, and then it was like a step back, and then they tied the game at like 87. Then Indiana came right back, hit Tyrese Halliburton hit 2 threes right after that. You talked about the sequence earlier, the one where T.J. McConnell got the offensive rebound and gave back to him. Yeah, bro, I was cooked after that. I didn't believe in nothing else after that. I did not believe Tyler Herro was leading no comeback. Like I knew where he was going. This is the exact moment I'm talking about. Duncan Robinson hit a step back 3 to tie the game. Tyrese Halliburton come back, hit back-to-back threes. Miami doesn't have a chance for the rest of the go. 19 in the fourth as well. Yeah. He said, I built the haunted house of Herro. I didn't. All them fucking bricks he shot built it. Like I didn't do nothing. I just provide the commentary. The aspect of the commentary that people seem to be afraid to say about him, which is no matter how much he scores, no matter how much you think he's doing, it really all amounts to nothing. He does not impact winning. He can score 40 points and we lose, and he can play terrible and Bam scored 30 points and we win. You see how that works? Impactful players are impactful players. High-level role players are high-level role players. I'll take a few questions since the boy I don't know how to say your name, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I know who you are because you on Twitter and you got the bear in your avatar. But like, I don't know how to say your name. Royal, spell it phonetically for me in the comment section. Royal, question: who do you think? What do you think about Herro, Duncan, Bam rotation? Okay, so like in terms of starting, I'm against starting Herro and Duncan together, and I was originally against the idea of them three even playing together. But they've kind of disproven that to me over the past 2-3 games or whatever since Jim's been out. Spo's playing those three together, and it's fine, I guess. Like it looks okay. Ola, okay, I'm with that. That's my grandmother's name. But yeah, like I'm cool with the I'm cool with the Tyler, Duncan, Bam kind of trifecta. They seem to be playing well off of one another. And how have you been feeling about that trio?
I love it because it means less Terry Rozier on the court. Seriously. I feel like the offense, they have a very nice dynamic when those three are out there. We've talked a lot about Duncan and Bam, but I feel like Bam's getting a lot of that with Tyler Herro too. We saw the one earlier where Tyler was coming down the left side of the court, like jumped as if he was going to either kick it to the left corner or pull up for transition 3, but he found Bam rolling to the rim for a wide open dunk. Like, how many times have we seen Bam get easy buckets from his guards this season? We haven't seen a lot of that. But I feel, and a lot of that is because your starting facilitator, it's Terry Rozier, who's supposed to be a great lob passer, but for some reason, I don't know, they don't go to the pick and roll.
Let's also like let's not take all that and put it on Terry now. Like some of that goes on Tyler too. Tyler has shown that he's capable of getting Bam involved, and then he chooses to do otherwise.
Yeah, and that goes to saying I feel like the two best guards at getting Bam the ball is Tyler and Duncan. So I feel like they got a nice dynamic. I don't feel like it's because when Terry's got it, he's doing a lot of isolation, shifty, scary Terry, top of the key stuff is wasting time. I feel like with the other three guys, they're running actions. You're seeing Bam setting screens and then rolling, and Duncan's either going to drop it off or you're seeing Duncan curl around the top side off a Bam screen and Tyler Herro moving. I feel like their movements have purpose instead of just standing at the top of the key and dancing around, which is what we're getting from Terry. So I love that trio.
Yeah, I agree, kind of. But, like, I figure if it only works when Duncan's in there, then Duncan's the cause of it. You know what I'm saying? If Tyler's not still getting Bam the ball at that level with Terry in the game, then Bam's not getting the ball more because, like, I feel like Duncan is the catalyst for guards passing the ball to Bam. So when you say Tyler is one of the top 2 people at getting Bam the ball. I think that should be independent of anyone, and I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, Duncan's the best at it, but part of what you're saying is it's Terry Rozier not being out there. He stagnates the offense a ton. So I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, it's more on Duncan," because when Duncan,
but let's not act like that's not what Tyler used to do.
Yeah, but that is what he used to do. But why are we talking
until
about
this year?
Yeah, 100%. Royal,
he does it from time to time now.
I was coming on this show every game last year saying bench Tyler Herro. I've changed my mind. I've changed my ways.
I mean, I guess I just have a problem with people giving Tyler Herro credit. Like, I think that's the problem. You said he was the top 2 at something on this team, and I don't like it. So that's where he said, you really think Jimmy is other team's problem? He's slow and old with really no offensive game besides back cut dunks. I'm not saying like he's like I'm not saying that Jimmy Butler on a night in, night out basis, like teams are like, he could potentially give us 30 points. But to think that Jimmy's not at the top of other teams' scouting reports, like he is, like that's the reality, because he has the most kind of like dynamic potential in order to ruin somebody's day.
Yeah, but what is the scouting report on Jimmy then? Like what offensively? Obviously defensively, plays.
So what is it? You mean like if I'm a coach against Jimmy Butler, what is it that I want to do against Jimmy Butler?
We want to stop Jimmy Butler. Yeah. What what does it say at this point?
Yeah, it's like just put length on him. Like it doesn't have to be like it's the same. It's kind of it's sad, but it's the same kind of report as it is on Tyler Herro right now. Put length and athleticism on Jimmy Butler. Don't let him mismatch hunt, and you can have your way with it. Like you don't allow him. Dangerous.
Well, that's my point. Like he's not that dynamic and offensive player. You're saying the scouting report says put length on him. That's it. So I kind of get what
I'm saying. I'm saying don't let him mismatch hunt. You can put length on him, but if he's allowed to hunt mismatches, like then you're going to find yourself in trouble with Jimmy Butler. So you don't allow him to do that.
Going to her point is that my fault. Going to him point, my fault. Going to his point, he's saying that he doesn't have that big an offensive game. If you're saying he can really only hunt mismatches, like that's it.
If you're an elite mismatch hunter, it doesn't matter if that's all you can do. It works every time. Like if they put Peyton Pritchard on the floor with Jimmy Butler out there, he's going to call for screen, get him on that right block, and he's going to score. So the scouting report,
I wish Bam was an elite mismatch hunter.
I wish Bam was too. I wish Bam could take advantage of mismatches, but he can't, and he doesn't. So, but yeah, and elite foul getter. He's an elite getter to the liner.
That's true.
So like there is stuff that Jimmy Butler does. It's like teams have to prepare for him. Like I'm sorry, Duncan, Tyler, Bam plus 2 good defenders. Who are those other guys? I think if you got Duncan and Tyler at guards, then you're looking at Haywood Highsmith at the 4. And Jimmy Butler. That's who the other one is. You're not gonna get me nobody else in that lineup. Bam, Haywood Highsmith, Bam, Duncan, and Herro. So 2 Bams, Ola. That's what you're trying to tell me. Bam is playing Draymond role with that trio. I think that's Bam's optimal role is to be super Draymond Green.
That's nasty. I don't like that.
Yes,
it's different. Don't give me that. Royal.
Jimmy Butler is a foul baiter, gang,
but not like Joel Embiid.
Yes, he is. He's not as good at it. Yeah, there's the difference. Butler He's not as good as Jimmy Butler.
To the rim and lowers his shoulder and earns every single call he gets. Joel Embiid is flopping every single time down the court. Don't give me that.
No, brother. Jimmy Butler is foul baiting, and there's no way around that, bro. Like he is not elite. He's not an elite enough athlete. Correct, right there. Hey, it's foul baiting. Like
as he lowers his shoulder into the
you just made the argument that Jimmy Butler isn't elite enough offensively to even warrant being at the top of a scouting report. So how can every foul that he draw be legitimate? He's not fast enough to get by guys so that they have to foul him. He's baiting them into fouls.
That's my point. Is listen, I'm a big Jimmy Butler guy. So me saying he's not at the top of the scouting report is not me saying trade him or nothing. But to me, if his bag is taking mismatch hunting and putting his head to the rim to draw fouls, that's not that big enough a bag where you need to have him at the top of the scouting report. Where a guy like Tyler Herro, you got the transition threes, you got the pick and rolls, you got the mid-range pull-up, you got the left-hand
Wait. I know fucking well you're not sitting on here trying to tell me that teams are putting Tyler Herro ahead of Jimmy Butler on the scouting report.
I'm saying the Jimmy Butler scouting report is easy compared to the versatile Tyler Herro that we're seeing this year. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Tyler Herro is a better player. I'm saying it's.
You're saying Jimmy Butler is an easier player to defend than Tyler Herro.
To prepare for, because you know what you're going to do. Because he does his entire offensive game is getting to the line and mismatch hunting. That's it.
You know what Shaq's entire offensive game was?
What?
Elbowing niggas in the head and dunking on them. That don't mean you can prepare for it.
But I'm talking as far as studying a scouting report. You don't need to sit down and study a Jimmy Butler scouting report to saying,
because he's been in the league for 40 fucking years.
So you agree with me. Perfect. We agree.
No, we don't. I don't understand. Like, you don't have to prepare for Tyler Herro. The scouting report on Tyler Herro is very simple.
I disagree.
What you mean you disagree? You signed against Detroit.
That's the scouting report. Fight over the stream.
Long, athletic, black defenders. You put them on Tyler Herro, he does nothing. Just do this. That's it.
Jimmy Butler does nothing on the court the first 3 quarters, no matter if anyone's guarding him or not.
I get it, bro, but I'm just saying, like, you talk about, like, you got to prepare for all these things. Niggas don't prepare for Tyler Herro. You let him do whatever he wants to do. He's not going to beat you. You prepare for Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler can beat you.
Hey,
Tyler Herro can score 40 points, and I win the game. I don't have to prepare for that.
Tyler Herro's going to almost beat you.
Yeah, he might get real close to beating you. He might scare you a little bit because he hit a barrage of threes in the fourth quarter. But actually beating you, he ain't gonna do that.
Listen, Jimmy Butler.
Be fair, they double Tyler. No, they did. I ain't gonna lie. Minnesota treated Tyler Herro like he was at the top of the scouting report. But that's because Jimmy Butler wasn't playing. They doubled Tyler Herro because when Bam is playing bad. Tyler Herro wasn't getting doubled tonight. Yeah, he looked like he was doubling him. He said Tyler Herro beats you, then spoke, calls a timeout, and loses. Tyler Herro never beat anybody. Well, he beat that one. He did have one fourth quarter. Okay, I gotta give him his fourth quarter. But yeah, I said I was gonna end this show 17 minutes ago. I'm finna end it. After we talk about this next game. So Miami plays Dallas. Wait, no. They play the 76ers tomorrow.
Yeah.
I should have ended this shit at 15 minutes if we got back to back. They play the 76ers tomorrow, 7:30. The boy feeling good?
Yeah, Haywood Highsmith revenge game. Not only did he used to play for Philly, but he was dog shit tonight. So I look for the strong bounce back.
There's no such thing as a Haywood Highsmith revenge game, Anthony.
Noted. I'll be here same time tomorrow. I'll have the clip ready. Make sure y'all tune in.
Sure.
Haywood Highsmith. Haywood Highsmith, 40. There you go. That's my royal impression for the stream. Hey, you like my royal impression on the timeline earlier? I said Tua, Cam Ward, Tagovailoa.
Brother, I was so disgusted with you.
You saw that rollout he had though?
Yeah, bro, I saw the pad. I was like, ooh, he is learning all the little evil tricks and putting them in his bag. That shit was nasty. Bravo. Good work. All right. I'm not going to lie to y'all tonight because Ant just did all the line that y'all probably could take for an evening. The Heat, if Joel Embiid plays this game, the Heat will lose. If Joel Embiid does not play this game, which is perfectly possible considering who he is as a person and player, the Miami Heat will win the game. They have dealt with a rash of injuries. They don't have Tyrese Maxey right now. But they do got Paul George. And sometimes that can be enough. You know?
Caleb Martin.
Especially Caleb. But they got Kelly Oubre still too now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying. What are we going to do about Caleb Martin? We put Haywood Highsmith on him?
Oh, God. That's some in the mud hoops. to the highest degree.
But I don't think he's gonna be like if they playing Joel Embiid and Joel Embiid to come out there, he'll get 30 of the most shameless points that he can figure out how to get. Paul George will chip in a few, and 50 combined points between Joel and Paul George. That'll be enough to beat the Miami Heat.
Joel Embiid's not playing. You can put it on the ESPN ticker right now. He's not playing.
Kyle Lowry revenge game? Question
that
mark?
terrifies me. That does terrify me. But Joel Embiid.
I remember when we played them last time. Kyle Lowry made an impact in that play-in game. Kyle Lowry made an impact. I'm just saying. They say Jimmy gonna fight Kelly Oubre. Brother, we seen what happened when Kelly Oubre goes against Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler ends up missing a whole playoff run. We don't want them problems. Leave that YN alone. All right? Don't bother them folks. Look, since I got a game to do tomorrow, y'all stop commenting so I can start responding to them. Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show. Making it damn, bro. I also forgot. This is also another nasty ass narrative. Jared McCain over Khalil Ware before Jared McCain. Disgusting hoop, Pat Riley. Disgusting hoop. So watch that. We're not doing this. We're not LaMelo Ball stands right here. Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my guys Bubba and Ant for pulling up one time for the one time. We will see y'all tomorrow. We is a strong word around the Basement Sports Network. Usually it just means I and hopefully somebody else. Ant, you've been doing a pretty good job showing up for me this year, so I appreciate you for that. But yeah, we will see y'all next time. StreamYard got some new shit where it's like got the outro video already on there. So I'm trying to not end the stream. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Play the
video. Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Herro. You can feel it in your soul, so when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing, like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement. Going down in the basement. Get your takes off.